Hello, everybody. Oh, how are we doing? Give me just a moment. Just getting a couple things set up still. Just need to do like one thing. Alright, hello. We're gonna go into Forimi vs Percival. First match of the day. We're here in the SC2 Online Community Open. $200 cup today. And Forimi Percival is gonna be our first round match. We actually cast this the first round the other day in the WardiTV Monday. It was a pretty darn fun series, so that's what we're gonna be going into again today, basically. That is the dealio. And yeah, we're gonna just kick off into this. So, countdown starting. The sounds on. Well, let's go cast some StarCraft. Fairly chill vibe today, I think, for the most part. Thank you, a couple of people reaching some raw match levels last couple of days on that one. If you still want to support, you still can, but maybe talk a bit more about that a bit further down the line. So we have got in the top right side. Our green Protoss player here is Forimi. Takes on the blue Terran playing the bottom left Percival. This was a fun series when we played the other day. Was actually a very enjoyable one to watch, so excited to see what exactly comes of it today, and a little bit of a rematch, obviously a few days later as well. It was a very back and forth series when they played, so yeah, definitely expecting a fun couple games as we get ready to rumble here. Game number one going to be some TVP action. Like I say, it's going to be Forimi, it is going to be Percival. And let's see where we're going to go. Proba's going to be moving out, heading down into the center of the map. What's up, Black Spade Kamui? How you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the 13-month resub on Prime. Love all the SC2 content. Thank you so much for priming it up. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting. Helping us to make even more of it. Couple pros jumping into the assimilators, Cybercore coming up, the next coming through, Factory and Reaper will begin to build as well. And we'll just see where this game's going to take us. Obviously Factory and a double Reaper on the reactor is going to give us a little bit of pressure in these early stages. That's going to be, it seems, Percival's initial idea. Put some pressure on, try and deal some damage. And let's see what we can do from there. So the Reapers pop, 2 of them, and there's 2 more on the way, and we are going to go into the Hellion off the factory as well. So a couple of Reapers on the Hellion begin to move out. Going to get a cruising out towards the upper right-hand side. And we'll see how the pressure goes as the Oracle starts up on the Stargate. Gonna get that underway. Bring that online as well. And yeah, have a little look-see at what is going to be the overall plan here. As we make our way through, the two Reapers and the Hellion gathering up together still. It's going to be combining forces, combining forces for a few moments while we get ourselves settled in. The Reapers and the Hellions, like I said, it's going to be tough because there's two Adepts plus the Oracle. Oracle's a little out of position. We are going to be able to get rid of one Hellion already. That's huge. The second Hellion, yeah, that's a good defense because the Reapers obviously will still get a bit of damage done, but the Hellion is what makes this super potentially, even more dangerous. That's where things can absolutely get out of hand and all of that, so good to see that we're going to be able to stay right on top of that, not let that develop into anything crazy. And Forimi's going to deal with the opening very comfortably here, and like I say, like that for him, puts him in a pretty cozy position. It'll be fun to see where we go from here in the next few moments as the Phoenix and an Oracle make their way out down onto the map. Going to be seeing a little lift in the Cyclone already. Just going to try and take that out of the way, so anti-air is removed, and that's actually going to give Forimi a great opportunity to counterattack here with that Oracle getting in and getting a whole bundle of SCVs, so pretty darn good start, all things considered. I think you're pretty happy with that one if you're Forimi here. This went a little bit better than I think you would have initially expected. Unfortunately, he does lose the Oracle, but man, he did get 6 SCVs, so can't really be overly upset when you kill that amount of workers altogether. Couple Phoenix will still just join up here for a few moments, so we take a couple. Just going to be seeing the Marines unloading as we have to protect the medevac. Phoenix join together, the medevac pulls away. Phoenix lifting up, the SCVs are going to go down right there on the refineries, so trying to make use of these Phoenix continuing through. These Phoenix are going to be kind of the excitement of the game as the Terran player has pulled back and decided there's not really much else to be done for the foreseeable future at least, so I'll hold back. Pull away. Let things settle down a little bit as our Phoenix continue to join together. She's going to be right there to intercept that medevac the moment it starts to move on through. It's going to be able to take that down, so that will fall. Seeing the Phoenix coming back around the bottom side. I thought we were going to lose another Phoenix there, but we don't. We just about keep it alive, so it's fortunate because I do think that's a moment where the Phoenix could have fallen, and in the end we do lose it. Oh, disaster for Forimi. He's flying right over the Marines on repeat. That's obviously not going to help him either. It's a little bit of a shame because he's just trying to move around and find something. He just gets caught out of position, so he loses a lot of his air control. Now, Percival took a lot of damage early, so he's not in the greatest of spots, but I mean, he's got to feel pretty good at least cleaning up what he's just been cleaning up, so that's got to pull him back into a little bit of a happier scenario now. Marine tank Cyclone is going to move up towards the top. A lock on gets rid of a probe. A few stalkers are going to be there. The tanks will siege. Stepping forward, tank sieging up. Pylon gets blasted immediately. Didn't even get a cancel on that, unfortunately. I mean, the Colossus is able to do a lot against the Marines. I think that's the issue. Maybe we already said that. It was not looking pretty for Percival overall, and the Colossus are going to make sure that that's going to be a very difficult fight for him. Marines are obviously just going to melt in that scenario, and as long as the Marines are melting, we're probably looking at this and feeling pretty good about it for the most part. On the other side, as Forimi gets a very comfortable defense. Medevac's is going to load up. Marine's going to come across the map, and Percival will try and put some pressure on once again. You experiencing deja vu? No, it's not a replay, mate. This is live. We did cast this the other day, this series. Which is funny, because it's not really a series I'd say you typically cast, right? So, it's a little interesting that it's one that pops up again, but just... It was so fun the other day, it made sense to kind of pick it again today, I think. As the Colossus comes through, I mean, this really is looking pretty dismal for Percival. I do not think he's going to have a very good time continuing on from here. We have the +1, the blink, the zealots all coming about. Stalker's going to get across, and we are going to see the Prism getting into warp-in mode. What we're going to do, a few Vikings are stepping around the front. The Zealots are going to continue across the map. Warp in a couple of High Templars here. I mean, do you just want to send it as Forimi? I think he could. I don't think there's too much of a problem with it. I mean, obviously, you are up against the Vikings. I don't love sending it now. You've already lost the Prism, though. If you're going to go, I think you just had to go already, but... Yeah, kind of sat back and waited a little bit. Vikings gathering, blinking +2 attack coming through the army of Forimi is making its way towards the right-hand side again. Still got ourselves a medevac and a couple Marines inside off to the edges. Yeah, Zealots, Immortal, Stalker, Colossus, all picking their way through these rocks. Those rocks get opened up, the Zealots get open access as they wish. That is an Armory and a Ghost Academy both building for Percival here. Marines unload over in this corner, otherwise we are going to see ourselves a couple more moments of getting set up. The fact that this is going to be maxed out for Forimi should mean that he's at the very least going to be looking for a fight. Can't imagine he's going to be super eager to just hang back and do nothing at all, realistically. Another battery comes down. On the left-hand side, that Zealot is cruising about, hanging around a little bit. Ready to knock down these rocks. So rocks get dropped, +2 attack, armor, storm. Building through here, Forimi continues into the center of the map as well. Like I say, I really can't imagine it's going to be too long before Forimi gets a little bit more adventurous with actually just pushing into positions here. We're not too far from that being a reality, as he's only 20 supply ahead. Just break through anyway. Forimi doesn't seem to care. The Colossus now hitting a depot and stuff in the back would be nice if they stepped up onto the army, but otherwise this is clearly looking comfortable. As we have the Vikings landing, we're going to push forward. The Archon goes down, Stalker Sentry dropping. Another couple of storms up into the skies. It's a good chunk of storms. That is going to be a lot of Vikings taking damage. The rest of our army still pressing through. Units are still dropping down. The Vikings will get one Colossus. The Vikings will turn for a second. Vikings coming about, just going to see that Archon is going to get dropped right there. Again, the rest of these units still pressing through. You kill the Widowmine before it fires on the Archon, and this really should just be about all they wrote for this game. Number one of the best of 3. Germany was in a very comfortable position from 5 minutes ago, pretty much, and has been able to take that 2-0 win. And so Forimi takes the opening game of the day. It's SC2 Online Community Open. This is round of 16. We'll have obviously full round of 8, round of 4, and finals today. Take a moment waiting for our next game to start up, guys. A couple moments here. Get this ready to roll. Awesome. I'm just gonna roll some ads just to clear the ad timer, basically, guys. So just run those just early in the stream still. Does help us out a little bit, typically. Count on down. We get underway. And we go into Frostline for game number 2. So let's see what Frostline gives us as we try and bounce back in this series from Percival. Let's get into it. In the top right hand side, we have ourselves the green Protoss player. This is Forimi. Takes on the bottom left, Blue Terran, who is down a game. It is Percival. Trying to, as I say, bounce back a little bit here. We get this one on the go. Is there an IEM Katowice this year? No. It does not seem as though we'll be having any StarCraft here at Katowice this year. Fortunately. Couple nibbles, SCV gonna come repair back up. Probably just trying to nibble this second SCV pulled though, so this is not going to get too much than it would seem. For the most part. Going to be seeing our engineering bay block across the map is going to be swiped down the Zealot and a few probes. So there's a lot of HP on the engineering base, so going to be seeing the that going down. It's super hard to get SC2 news nowadays. I mean, not really. There's just no SC2 news to really be had. You can go to tl.net. It literally has absolutely everything that happens in the world of StarCraft 2 on it. Yeah, I mean, TL.net is the best place to be in. Like I said, there's just no news to be had. I mean, no one's announced anything for EWC. We're just waiting. Wolof here has Forimi. He knows that his opponent likes to try and do these drive-bys. I just pull it back to the left-hand side. Just going to be seeing the Adept moving around. Going to be seeing the Reaper taking a couple of shots. Adept trying to get across here. Not quite going to be able to just yet. Drop back down into the center, and the Hellions going to pull along with it again. Medevac and the siege tank still coming through as well. mean, the defense is very good for Jumi. He's not letting Percival get into too much at all early, stopping some of this early game aggressive attempts, and if you can do that, then I think you're going to be pretty happy about things for the most part, as the couple of Reapers and Hellions make their way back through the center. More Prism coming up, charge on the way, a couple of additional Zealots being added on as well. There's Hellions pulling back around into the center. The Prism continues across the map. It's going to be 3 Zealots inside. Moving up. Has to be super careful though, because the Marines and the Viking are right there, so the Prism just gets turned around without even truly getting close at all. And now the units from Percival, Siege Tank included, coming across. There's to siege a couple of those up. That Prism comes around the left-hand side. Viking's gonna shoot, Prism takes some more damage. See that Prism still being pushed away up the left-hand side. The few Zealots are gonna chase forward. Reapers, Hellions coming about as well. We'll stop, we'll walk in 3 additional Zealots, we'll get those on the go. The Immortal coming through, the Nexus is coming out, Templar Archives will begin. Adding the Assimilator onto the Natural there as well. Now Viking comes back around the upper left-hand side again. A couple of racks going through, the Engineering Bay coming up. We got our refineries added on as we speak. As the Viking comes down the left-hand side, the Warp Prism gonna be found, which is really nice. 2 Vikings are gonna get rid of it, so we get the unload of Zealots, but it means the Prism will have to rebuild, which is obviously gonna eat into Robo time, but we're not actually playing into that Robo a lot anyway. It's not like we're trying to produce Colossus, in which case, you know, rebuilding a Prism would slow down Colossus production. No, it's instead going to be a you know, very freely build Prism. Yeah, it costs you the money, but like I say, Robo build time a lot of the time is the big deal there. There's a couple of these Vikings are going to land. It's coming around the bottom side against Impact, Combat Shield, +1 attack coming through. Storm coming up, Immortal on the way. And then High Templar to that, and a couple of additional gateways as well. And this Force of Percival still working its way to that right-hand side. Actually going to get jumped on here, as Germany is pretty quick to kind of get onto it. There is 1 fake Archon in this, and that's actually really nice. It is actually tanking quite a lot of damage at first, and there's just no way to eat through the Archons or the Zealots. Marine damage output just not good enough there, and that is a huge defense from Vajumi before Storm is even done. +1 attack, 7 Combat Shield coming through, Medivacs and Marauders coming about. You see Reaper and a Hellion pulling away to the sides. Just coming back through, the triple Medivac going to begin to make a play. Going about, just going to hit at the front a little bit, try and do some damage. You're actually going to see the Zealots coming up from the bottom side. Load up in this high ground pylon, just go down. The few Zealots are gathering together. We actually have the Prism. Gonna unload some of the High Templar. Medivacs getting chased away. A couple feedbacks go down. Again, Immortal, +1 armor, Blink, continue to come through. Jumi's defense is good. What about offensively? Gonna try and go up this ramp. A couple of Widowmines do get burrowed. They will connect on the Zealots. We split from the first one nicely. Second one does go off just as it dies. Yeah, the Observer's there, so you can kind of hit the mines, but you don't have the range to really hit the mines easily. this whole scenario a little bit more awkward as Zealots, Immortals, Archon gathering up. Prism overhead. Few shots coming through the Immortals. We're getting some shots on the Marauders, and we continue to go down to the bottom left as Jumi. 4 more Zealots warping in. Storm on the high ground, just going to hit a little bit of that bio. Wouldn't mind trying to connect. We do have our Immortals coming through. Wouldn't mind to the top side, hits that Archon. The Immortals still coming about. We have another High Templar storming onto the Marines. So 12 SCVs dropping down. I mean, for Jimmy pushing in to try and take the 1-0 lead to a 2-0 victory. Honestly, I think he looks pretty good. Maybe 3 more Zealots warping in that Prism. Bringing those forward, and we go. Archon's Immortal Stalker's coming about. We are going to see the Prism. Going to take a few shots. Prism escapes up to the top side. The Widowmines getting blasted a little bit. A few extra Zealots coming through too. Need to go back and forth, pulling back, letting the Immortals do some work. The Bio trying to jump onto one of the Immortals there already. And as we pull back around, a couple of Archons coming in once more. The tail end of this is just getting a little bit tough as another Widowmine shot fires but does not land. Green Marauder Widowmine continue to come up. To the upper right again, Immortal Archon coming about. +2 armor, excellent thermal lance on the way. Pro goes up top, drops down a pylon, a few SCVs. We get down toward the third base. We do have Prism still making its way. Bottom left again. For Jimmy then had a real good push going, but obviously his opponent is able to withstand it and hold on out, which is neat. Prism comes through. Again, going to be trying to aim for the main base. We'll see if Percival can get up enough quality of army to really fight what is coming, because this is very teched up Protoss. There's a bunch of Immortals, a couple of Archons, a Colossus mixed in there as well. This is just a really good chunk of units. Well, Storm's coming around as we defend the bottom right side. At the same time, the Zealots in the main base going big for 12 SCVs already. Chase those ghosts. The Zealots warp in again. The army's still pushing up to the high ground. 3 SCVs going down. Prism in the main base will warp in another chunk of Zealots. Destruct is still producing. Prism will die, but I think there's a very good chance for Jumi. He's going to see a GG from his opponent before he needs to warp in any other units anyway. As there it is. 2-0 for Jumi. He opens this Open Cup up with a victory for himself. 2-0, moves into the next round. We'll play Shameless in that next round. I'm kind of tempted to, if we're going to do a PvP anyway though, I'm kind of tempted to maybe wait for HARSTEM Lunacy to finish up and then to potentially jump into the winner of that versus Cristiana. Might be cool. I think HARSTEM and Lunacy are still in game on their initial series, so yeah, maybe we wait for the winner of that versus Cristiana. Could be a cool round of 8 matchup for us. I think I'd like that. That'd be neat. So yeah, let's wait for yeah, let's wait to see how this goes, because I mean HARSTEM and Lunacy are playing a long game. They're already 30 minutes in though, so I think HARSTEM's in the process of losing. Well, you know, if Lunacy beats HARSTEM, I'd be very happy to see a Lunacy Cristiana round of 8 as well. It's also very cool. Looks as though there's another map coming up. Alright, it's 1-1 between HARSTEM and Lunacy. Let's go into this game number 3 then. We'll see what this third game has in store. And we'll follow the winner through into versus Cristiana. Gives us a good little section of the bracket to follow. So it's 1-1 here between HARSTEM and Lunacy. Going into the ley lines. In the top right hand side, we are going to have ourselves the blue Protoss player. This is Lunacy. Taking on in the bottom left, our yellow Protoss player, HARSTEM. It is 1-1 as I mentioned. And let's see what happens. I literally just called the last 20-30 seconds of that last game, and it felt like HARSTEM was just getting pulled around and I guess bullied a little bit, just in a couple of positions. He got caught out of position on. Ley line's pretty standard map. Fun map though for this game number 3. Moves through into the main again. Gates Cybercore coming up to begin with for a few moments. I think we chase around. Cybercores are going to complete. A couple of sentries, the stalker and the dead coming through. Can we take a few moments to get settled down? Nothing too crazy just yet. Robot facility coming up, but both players have expanded. We'll see what tech Lunacy would like to go into. still yet to reveal that. He has got 2 sentries of his own. The longer we wait for this tech, the more intrigued I get, especially as HARSTEM is going to just start progressing on the robot facility. Waiting to see. Oh, we got our Stalker and Sentries gathering together. Still got the Stalkers coming up as well. The sentries coming about. Sentry still hanging around. We have ourselves the couple shots going through. Gonna be the prism getting denied. He's actually gonna lose the prism right there. That's absolutely huge. He goes kill 6 workers. Those adepts in the natural are gonna be what takes a lot of the attention already. Just gonna see the adepts going through and a couple more of those probes. Already getting picked away from. The Stalkers coming across again. Gates, depths, resonating glaives coming through. The prism coming up and online as well. So HARSTEM does a lot of damage, but man, it could have been even better because now you lost the prism and eats up robo time, etc. That's going to be a little bit rough. I was just going to load up. Our Stalkers get their deny hallucination. And Stalkers sentries gathering for the moment or two. Just out in the center. Back over the left-hand side. Bro's still going down as the adept gets into the main base, so we are going to get 9 workers killed here. Stalkers and the sentries coming up the top. And charge halfway done. The forge coming about. Plus one attack upgrade coming up as well. We will just see ourselves the extra gates all gathering. Units getting up to the top side. Adepts and Immortals joining together. When Stalker goes down already, the army will move to the upper right. And plus one attack coming through on the forge as the first adept goes down. Second adept now taking some shots as well. Couple adepts get walked in. The adept's going to shade up in toward the main base. And they go straight through. A few probes going to be taking some damage. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 workers dropping pretty quickly. Make it 7, 9. Lunacy's defense against these glaive adepts. He already took a lot of damage early, but the continuation here is not exactly going great. We're about to run out of battery energy, so the sentry is going to start falling. We have the Immortals here to deal with the Stalkers. As the Stalkers come down to the low ground to try and fight, will battery energy overcharge the battery. We've got a couple batteries in play, but man, it's going to take so much time to eat through those adepts. It just ain't going to happen. The probes are going down. Maybe we lose an Immortal here. We're going to kill it before we GG. HARSTEM takes it 2-1. We'll advance to that next round where he plays against Cristiana in the round of 8. So we're going to go into HARSTEM versus Cristiana for the round of 8. And we will kick that off for another best of 3 in a few moments' time. So we'll be getting into that. We'll get that on the way. We'll go into some more StarCraft here. Excuse me, stretch it out. in the next few moments, so we'll get that rolling. Perfect. Alright guys, we're going to hop on over to Europe, we'll get some videos done, I'll be right back and we'll get into this next match in just a few moments. Alrighty guys, welcome back. It is going to be Cristiana HARSTEM in our round of 8 today. And he's here. I wonder what we can do is casting first. Nice. Awesome. So we're going to jump into this one and head into some PvP. It's going to be very PvP heavy. I feel like this might just be a complete PvP showdown today, to be honest. Oh god, what have I done? requests. I want to see Roddy open a pack of Pokemon cards. Hey, thank you so much for the 19-month resub. Ruffalopolis, how you doing? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alright, we're going to be going into ley lines for this HARSTEM Cristiana matchup, guys. Getting that going in a moment. What is Community Open Day? It's just a tournament, mate. It's the same as any other tournament, really. Anyone can play. It's an OSC event. You can get OSC points. So we have got in the bottom left our red Protoss player Cristiana taking on the yellow Protoss in the top right, HARSTEM. Yeah, we're probably in for a whole bunch of PvP today, but let's see what these guys have in store for us. As I mean, HARSTEM dropped a map to Lunacy. We'll see how he's doing. You know, he's been away a little bit lately, so might not be as sharp as he previously was. Gonna drop those couple of gateways down, and we'll see the assimilers coming through. Is going to show up, but we do have HARSTEM being a little sneaky with the pylon heading around the top left-hand side. So pylon to the top left, gates and cybercores coming through. Stalker Sentry on the way up. HARSTEM will come in. He is property the robo facility, so that's going to be his plan there. That's a hallucination from Cristiana. He would obviously love to try and figure that out, so see if he can do that. And robo facility stalkers, the walk gate, all continuing about. Just kind of moving around. He's going to start seeing some units moving out. We'll see what those units that are spawning are as well. As the Nexus, that's a robo facility from Cristiana, so he's going to get the robo facility going down. See a hallucination coming across the map again. The warp gate coming about. Prism speed coming up. Robo facility is going to be there, and the immortal is going to pop from HARSTEM as we are going to start approaching the front and looking to try and deal some damage. So starting to put some work in immediately. Step's going to shade. The Immortal going to be there. Again, the pylon coming about. A couple batteries coming through. Cancel up on that high ground as the Prism comes over. And just take position a little bit. A couple Stalkers are going to be here. Stalkers actually going to get underneath in that Prism. Will get chased away. The center is still coming through. The units gathering together. Another warping coming about. Has to try and use the Immortal Drop. To be fair, Immortal Drop can be very powerful, as we're now going to see the Rogue Bay coming on through. And as HARSTEM gets some Disruptors up to continue trying to fight. More units gathering together and get set to go. We're coming about, just going to be seeing the couple shots coming through. Like I say, there's really Immortals can do so much work for themselves. Yeah, whether that's Zealot and these Stalkers are going to have to be super careful. One of those Immortals low, yes, but we can chip away at things. There's a new Immortal popping out though from Cristiana. That'll make it a bit tougher. HARSTEM still poised at the front with everything else. One Immortal goes down. The second Immortal taking some shots. Force fields come forward. That Immortal goes down again. A couple more Adepts get warped in. We'll continue to punch here. Disruptor shot is good for the Adept. Another Disruptor shot is going to be good on the two Immortals. That pops them, but obviously HARSTEM losing a lot of the power in his army too. Two of his Immortals dead. And he's in a must kind of push situation. A lot of his supply right now not valuable because the Disruptors are on cooldown. Shots. I mean, you're basically relying on these Disruptors, but Cristiana show no fear. A little bit of micro from HARSTEM again. You just gotta rely on these Disruptors, but that one ain't gonna hit. Cristiana pulling back comfortably. What's going about? Just going to load into the Prism. It's now going to be Cristiana who will have that tool available to him to go across the map and harass with. Walks right into some Stalkers though, and that will at least slow this down for the moment. Prism unloads, a couple of Immortals drop in. Just coming about, another shot coming about, just going to hit double the Immortal. It's another nice hot shot from HARSTEM. His army supply has maintained. He might have lost some of the power of it at some points, but he's coming through right now. With 5 Disruptors, he's getting a lot of shots to actually land, which is obviously pretty huge. Cristiana, though, is able to come through. His Immortal is able to step up. That Prism play definitely helping him. Another Disruptor shot here should be dodgeable, because you have that Prism available to lift up as required. Another Disruptor shot fires through, but HARSTEM has the numbers right now. 32 to 10 army supply. Disruptor shot fires, Stalker has to back away. Another disruptor shot against the battery going down. HARSTEM again trying to control this with the disruptors. It feels so flimsy because like HARSTEM has the lead, but I feel like those disruptors, if they don't hit anything, then none of this really matters. The shot fire is going to be a good dodge from the Prism. You got to kind of get rid of the Prism at this point, which, okay, I mean, at least here you caused a bit of a mistake. That disruptor shot maybe could have turned onto some of the probes. If you don't get rid of this Prism, then you're just in trouble. Although we will get rid of one Immortal now anyways. I think it is happening. HARSTEM, I think, is getting to the point of clearing up. He's going to chase that Prism out. The one Immortal still survives. He still has disruptors left over. He's clearing out a lot of probes. I think HARSTEM has gotten it done with this one base robo play. Another disruptor shot firing through. Disruptor shot not quite gonna land. Finally taking some shots. Just gonna be seeing the Immortal still trying to do something. I mean, Cristiana still basically utilizing the Prism. The Prism is a problem, right? I mean, the Prism gives you utility for a long time. Units warping in, the Prism heading toward the upper right hand side. I like the Prism across the map with the Immortals too. I mean, you already could take damage at home. Actually recalls back home. Needs to be careful to protect those disruptors. It's such a shame. He got so close to killing that Prism. If he'd been able to get it, like I said, I think it's a very different game. We're just not actually going to end up seeing. This is funny because now it goes down to one base each. HARSTEM going to get Prism speed. Cristiana going to get an actual real Stargate. Very interesting. Prism comes to the bottom. We'll be having our hallucination just up there, keeping an eye on a couple of things as well. Disruptors fire, and again, just see the Stargate and the Nexus continue to come through for the moment. Just see the Phoenix and the Nexus building. Like I say, we get back on track here over these next few moments. Again, our Prism gets chased away. Stalker's coming across. And that Prism is going to get chased on out. Cristiana's Nexus position is obviously kind of funky in that top left-hand side. HARSTEM taking a much more regular just base right now. Hallucination is going to keep track of that Prism. It is going to come back through. Gotta be super careful though. I mean, that's the whole point of the hallucinations, that you know when it moves forward, and that means you can't be caught off guard as HARSTEM. Three Phoenix go through the bottom. We just have ourselves the Sentry coming through, the Nexus and the Zell coming online as well. Hallucination is going to go pinging. Prism coming about. Will continue to go. A couple of mortals are going to shoot it over. I mean, like I say, Cristiana still putting on some good pressure with this. HARSTEM getting rid of the top side base that Cristiana took. I wonder why you felt the need to expand there. Recalls back. This base lives. Of course, the Phoenix can help a lot against the Disruptors because you can lift them up and take them out. It's moving around again. The Phoenix coming up. Sentry's coming in. Things fly overhead. The probes begin to drop. Shot's going to be there. Good forces coming down. It's going to be seeing the Prism taking a few more shots. Actually goes down. That's the problem with these Phoenix. They can do a lot. And right now, HARSTEM's army is getting disqualified by the Phoenix. It's just, I mean, not a single disruptor shot's going to land. And then 4 mortals start to look very powerful. HARSTEM has gotten rid of the Prism. And he actually has a lot of stalkers that are just chewing through immortals one by one. The Phoenix are just sitting overhead. But what can they really do? We get rid of this last immortal. And HARSTEM has pretty good free reign. And Cristiana says that that's just GG. He knows it's too far behind. Hell of a game between these two to start off this series, as I felt like HARSTEM had that a lot more comfortably than he did at certain points. It was definitely a bit of a crazy one. Wardy Dad on the 95-month resub on the Prime. That, guys, if my dad can find the Prime sub button, you guys can as well. Prime sub today in HubSport for StarCraft 2 action. Forimi is our first semi-finalist, by the way, as Ordinary. That's his name. It's Chance. Yes, Chance. That's Chance has moved into the round of 8. Sorry, against Geralt. So the winner of that plays for Jumi. And then on the bottom side, Nikar playing Hydra. Cristiana and HARSTEM will play the winner of that series. So that is where we sit here in game or series 2 for us today. Waiting for game 2 to start on Frostline. Game 2 coming up on Frostline. Get this one started, get this underway. The right hand side will be our Red Pros player. It is down a game. Cristiana looking to bounce back after that. One base all in of HARSTEM. That definitely took some effort, but he got there in the end. So into game 2 we go. Crossline our map and get this set up. Let's see what is the plan from these players to get to this next game. We're moving around, we get journeying. Yeah, those couple gates coming through, Cybercore as well. So 2 gates on Cybercore setting up. happened to see a Zealot on the way for HARSTEM, but that was just to make it look busy, and he's actually going to cancel and build a Stalker, so it's difficult to see what's going down. Stalk's moving across. The Adept is going to be taking a couple of shots, so HARSTEM taking some damage for a few moments. Stalker's going to shoot Oracle, going to take some damage. Blink still coming through. Zealot on the way up in the gateway. A few Stalkers here playing defense. Cristiana obviously the one bringing the aggression as he gets into that proxy gateway. He goes into the Blink. However, HARSTEM is going to have the Robo facility currently about halfway done. So let's see where all that ends up. As we have got our Robo facility and Pylon continue to come through here for a few moments. Stalkers and a couple of Zealots step out the front, a few Stalkers go back the other way. Stalkers and a couple of sentries going to move about again. Nexus coming around. We'll continue to get settled for a few moments. Still gathering up. We're just going to have ourselves a Forger. The Nexus coming through. A Battle stays toward the front, so Cristiana and HARSTEM will not end up getting too feisty. Nexus coming from line, and HARSTEM will go clean out that pound to the left, so Cristiana just giving up on the idea of being aggression, I think, against a rogue, which decides probably isn't worth it. And Deb's coming through, the Immortal and the +1 attack coming through as well. And that stasis to buy you a little bit of time. Just taking some shots, the Stalker and the Sentry coming about. And Temple Archives and the charge continuing over. The Stalker's ready to potentially threaten a jump up into the main base. Nice catch on the first stage and the second stage as well, as both those get popped, so some of the defense here already getting removed. Pro's going down in the end. HARSTEM struggling with that position. Stalks continue down the bottom left. It's going to be seen ourselves the prison +2, the charge. Continue to set up Temple Archives and the gateways. Continue to come about. HARSTEM will try and play the deflection here as, again, he took some damage, but it's definitely not anywhere near being out of reach right now. Continue to come over, just a couple of shots coming through, the Stalker gets picked off. HARSTEM gets set on the map. Thank you so much, Annihilator PUBG, for the 4-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. What was going to be there? Stalkers get pushed away. We've seen Guardian Shields popping his HARSTEM. Tries to attack him, but Cristiana's supply is looking great. He's also going to be... He is down an upgrade. He blinks for the prism. Okay, that's actually bad. He blinks for the prism, but he doesn't get it because of the stasis ward. That's huge for HARSTEM. The issue HARSTEM is going to have is that he doesn't have any Archons of his own, so... Well, he only has one Archon of his own, so getting through those Zealots is an issue. I think Cristiana's just about going to have enough power in the end. This felt like it went pretty well for HARSTEM with the catch on the stasis and everything. That is going to be... GG's. We have series tying up here in the round of 8. Game 3 coming through soon. Nikar in the round of 4 will play the winner of this series, so we'll actually have a non-PvP semi-final at least. Geralt or Chan still playing. The winner of that plays for Jumi. So get ready for our game 2 of this series. Let's get this going on. Game 3 of this series. Get going on Amygdala to round this one out. Thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate you all dropping by for something a little bit different today. Not done one of these. I actually don't think there's been an SC2 online community open for like over a year or something. So yeah, we just had some free time. Got OSC and we put this together. Happy to give you guys some StarCraft on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon here in Europe, or morning in America, or evening perhaps in the eastern parts of the world. Bottom left, our red Protoss is Cristiana. Taking on his blue opponent, it is going to be HARSTEM in the upper right side of Amygdala. Hello, Shepherd PHX, how you doing? Hello. Full caps right back at you. Okay, coming up, Assimilator's coming through. Take a few moments here in this early game. As we had Cristiana set him to potentially be aggressive last time, didn't commit to it in the end. Okay, coming up, Stalkers, In-Depth, Sentry. Coming around, we just have ourselves the probe moving to the front a little bit, trying to see what else is going on. Island finishes up here. We'll see our hallucination moving forward.
Game paused.
Take a couple moments. Yeah, having some lags. Hopefully not something that persists. Hopefully something we can deal with fairly soon here. Get that sorted out and get back on track. How's everyone in the chat doing? Everyone's feeling good. Thank you for again dropping by for some community open action on this Wednesday. Tomorrow we're going to be trying to catch up on the Lima League finals games. We'll be doing the first portion of that tomorrow. A couple of people asking me why we aren't doing it live. We're not allowed to cover those games live. We're only allowed to have the replays, so that'll be our plan for tomorrow. So though the lags are done and we are back at it. Mobile facility coming through, just going to be having ourselves the Nexus coming through, probe and the Sentry coming in as well. What's up on the ramp here is Cristiana's getting aggressive, Hossing at his units cut in half. Not ideal. This is going to be good enough for Cristiana as probes keep going down, and Cristiana will take this series 2-1. So Cristiana gets to the semis to play the PVT against Nikar, which is what we're going to be jumping into next, because that one is just ready to rumble. So guys, we'll take a couple of moments. Just gonna nip to the bathroom and stuff. We'll be right back. More StarCraft coming up. It's gonna be Cristiana and Nikar when we return. Thank you for the raid, HARSTEM. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? I continue to cast the action here. So we're going to go Nikar versus Cristiana, and then Geralt versus Forimi, and then a final. So 2 best of 3s and a best of 5 coming up. Got that ready for you all in just a few moments. Alright, so let's get into Nikar versus Cristiana here, guys. Some TVP action coming up in just a couple of moments. Kick this off and get into the semi-final matchup. So in we go as we head to Whispers of Gold for map number 1 of this series. Bit of TVP. And if Cristiana wins this, it's PvP for the rest of the day. So let's get in, let's get going. As we have got in the top left-hand corner of the map, our red Terran. It is Nikar. Save us from the Protoss. The Slayer of Max Packs a week and a bit ago in the WardiTV Mondays. Bottom right, top left-hand side is going to be Nikar again. Bottom right, Cristiana. Get settled for a few moments. Max guys coming through. Gate similar coming up. We got ourselves settling in. WardiTV down probe, having a scout, pretty happy with what it sees so far. Let's have a factory coming up, the Reaper coming through. Get the Adept Chrono Boost in here for a couple of moments. Get settled in and see that Adept pop. Now take some control of the map early. Gonna be seen our Reaper getting chased about. The Adept will come through as the Twilight Council probes Warp Gate coming about. Hellion and Reapers CC on the way. Again, one of this best of 3 as we again have the couple extra Reapers and Hellion. That's very similar to what we saw Percival doing in the earlier TVP that we caught on stream. So it's gonna be heading in toward that as the Adept shades it back a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this first Adept, which is one less unit to play defense with then, so that could be interesting. Reapers and Hellions coming through the gateway wall off is looking good. And that is going to mean it's very difficult to do much with these. And we've seen a couple shots off on that wall already. Actually going to be seeing the medevac popping out in a moment. We'll try and use that as a way to maybe get past that wall off and try and do something a little differently here. Let's have ourselves the Reapers moving about. Again, the blink coming up and online. Get that all underway. Hellions will unload. Just going to be seeing that running straight through into the main base. 6 workers going down. 7, 8 workers, 9 workers, 10. What a drop in from Nikar. Some very serious damage. 13, 14 probes. The Reapers are going to commit in, and they should be able to get another worker or two as well. 16 workers die here. Make it 17 to cap it all off. Incredible damage for Nikar to start off this semi-final and puts him in a great opening position. The wheel drops into play, and the barracks coming through, the engineering bay coming up. Dogs gather, and they are thinking about hopping into the main, maybe. Not much they can do, I don't think, though. So this is going to get there. That bunker is going to go down. All those Marines dropping. The Stalkers are trying to hit the SCVs. We got another couple of shots coming about. Nikar just needs to hold on. He obviously did a lot of damage already, right? So if he can just defend against this, he's in a pretty good position still. Equal work count is good for Terran. Of course, is just cranking out a few probes at a time right now. Seems to be the plan. Raven is coming across again. Gates charge coming through. Cristiana just powering up to just send it. 7 additional gateways, says he has no other plan than to just completely commit. And come in with the Stalkers again, so already looking to try and get a little bit of work done. Backfire coming through, auto turret going to connect, and a couple of probes begin to drop. I mean, this is where Nikar pushes, and this is where we really see if Cristiana has done enough to undo the damage that Nikar dealt earlier. This is where the army will come and be tested. I think with all the gates he added, then actually attacking here is potentially not going to be great. Even trying to get back into the back again. Just going to be seeing the pylon going down. Zealot Stalker's Archon's going to come pressing through. That's a defense easily from Cristiana. Like I said, I just don't think it's the time to attack when your opponent added 7 extra gateways on. It feels like you should be allowed to attack right now, but the reality is you just can't. Well, we joined up a couple bungers trying to come in to be the wall off here. I'm not sure that's necessarily going to make the difference. Doesn't really look like it as the units get pushed away. And as soon as Nikar steps forward, Cristiana tries to push again. At the end of the day, Cristiana is still not exactly great off in army supply. He is going to be getting the storm, but upgrades are in favor of Nikar as well, so he will look okay here, going to be comfortable. Engineering Bay, Armory coming up. We will be seeing our Robo Bay and Robo Facility continue to come through. It's Cristiano looking for further tech as he'll rely on the storm to get in that part. Fire gathers, it's going to start hitting. Geralt will be taking some shots. The Bioforce coming through EMP, and that's a dead High Templar. And T2 upgrades coming about. Marine Marauder still coming through. Starport and the missile turret coming in. A couple of Zelts will get to the front, and the Wood of Mine as well. Storm's going to help her to keep Cristiano at least a little bit safe here as Nikar was starting to push in. That's the issue. Pushing further in is going to become very, very difficult. Steps through. Still got the Colossus, 2 of them on the way through. The Nexus and the Probes coming up as we speak as well. Let's continue to bring all of that into play. Present around the left, missile turrets in position. Drop those zealots off as missile turret gets the prisms, so that's going to be a pretty big deal in the end. Five SCVs going down. Army steps through, Bioforce, Medivacs coming across. Again, the 2-2 upgrades coming about. Ghost Marine Marauder all being brought in as well. Extend Thermal Lance and +2 attack on the way for those Colossus. As Cristiana still stays behind in army supply, but that doesn't matter if you can keep on defending and hold on until you get maxed out. Let's see if he can, because this is a few more units, and those Colossus are not looking too healthy right now. There's not a lot to fight them. A little bit of a flank helps. One more Storm will help. It's just not going to be enough. Nikar does get the first game victory. Came in with that early damage, and that early damage really carried through heading into this later stage. Even when it looked as though we maybe lost a little bit too much on a bounce back, didn't really matter all too much. Game 2 in a few moments, as we'll get into ley lines to follow this series on. So let's get that up and rolling. See if Cristiana bounces back. I mean, Cristiana's my favorite here, but Nikar has been improving. It's great to see someone like Nikar continue to see success and actually, you know, have some good results lately. Very exciting to see. Hopefully, he takes part in the upcoming WardiTV February event. Because, yeah, the kind of play I think is just fun to watch. his progress on, you know, as we kick off into game number 2. In the bottom left-hand side, down a game, this is Cristiana. While in the top right, our blue Terran is Nikar. So game number 2 of this best of 3. Excited to see where we're going to take things as we have ourselves Nikar across the map early, looking for an engineering bay block into this natural, it seems. Stop a couple of nibbles. Going around again, Nexus and Cybercore continue to come through here. If we go kind of aggressive as Nikar again, he looks for some of that early damage once more if he has potentially other plans. Hellion's on the way up on the reactors, just gonna start bringing this through. We're moving about again, the stalker coming over. Ourselves the couple of Hellions and the Reaper going to come back and forth a little bit. Just going to be seeing the Twilight Council still coming through as well. Hellions move back down that bottom left-hand side, so 4 Hellions, but the wall-off is good. There's the medevac that kind of came out of nowhere last time that really caught Cristiana off. He's going to shoot, Reaper going to take damage, Robo Facility is continuing to come about. I mean, just going to be seeing that as a committed portion of the wall. I like the Nikar Banshee tank, maybe going to go for just a bigger kind of straight up push earlier in this game. Driven the Hellions come across the gateway, will take some damage. Nice when the Obs escapes that scan. It's a little bit of a shame because obviously now that Observer's going to be able to get across. Maybe Nikar can get this. It's going to be seen. Yeah, great catch from this Obs getting away initially, and now great catch from the Obs being able to spot this. Guarantees you know what's up. 4 extra gates coming down. I mean, this army is going to somewhat get into position, though. The Stalkers need to be careful. Blink just now finishing, but we lose 1 Stalker already. With Blink done, it becomes a lot tougher for Nikar. The Stalker's leading these units away down to the bottom right, which is very smart because you're basically leading them away from getting sieged up in position. Because once those tanks siege, you know it's going to be a tough time. Stalkers blink forward. They're going to commit for a siege tank here. I mean, I like that from Nikar. Turns instantly onto it. I don't like that from Cristiana as much, but it does take away a lot of the power of this. The Immortal here has to run. The Stalkers come from the other side. There's no saving the siege tank, so the siege tank will go down. It's Marines and Banshees versus the world then, as we will sit at the front. But like I say, without siege tank pressure, it becomes a little bit tougher here. What do you want to do? Energy on the battery from the energy overcharge. Siege tank is about to arrive. These units are a little bit choked at the front. Where does the tank siege? We're still just going for units. The Stalkers blink out makes it a little bit easier to engage in total. Talking down a bit of a split of structures here. I mean, I think you should decide what you want to jump on. He's not going to get the Robo in time. He could have clicked that Robo straight away. He could have stopped the Immortal coming out. Look at all the damage he put on the gateway that just didn't need to go on the gateway. I'm not saying that that would have necessarily changed it, but if you're going to commit to killing structures, you may as well get rid of the Robo facility there, because the chance that you deny the Immortal coming out will at least help your chances pretty heavily in a fight like this. Compared to here, kind of half doing some kills does not really do anything. Abyssal Reef for game 3, and we'll start this up, get this underway, and see who will advance through to the finals of this event here today. See what happens. Alrighty. Into Abyssal Reef, big map. Will we see a big game, or will we see more attempted aggression? In the top left, Nikar definitely has been bringing that aggressive stance to these games, as we have him taking on the blue Protoss player in the bottom right-hand side, Cristiana, game 3 of this series. Next coming around, Rax Gate Assimilator all coming up. We get a lot of that underway. We'll get started here. The probe is just going to get working. Assimilator coming up. Set ourselves in as the command center and the orbital continue through. Let's see our probe moving across. Couple Hellions are going to start up as we react on the factory. We've seen every Hellions is going to be there. Grenade goes down, Adept taking some shots. And the Blink and the Stalker coming about, the Warp Gate coming through. Medevac Hellions, Marauder and the Concussive Shells continue to come around. Gonna be seeing the big old push then from Nikar action, try and win this, get to this finals. Stalk on the probe move again, the gateways, the probes, the blink all continue to come about right now. Aliens just come straight across the map, and again the blink, the obs, the extra gates all coming through. Just gonna gather up here, the robo facility gonna chrono boost on an observer. Cristiana has shown that he's not been afraid to wall off in these games. It's kind of wild because we're essentially just fighting over a wall right now. I don't know where we're going to try and gain access. We're going to knock something down, but I don't know what that something is. Like, are we going to kill a pylon, or are we just happy to shoot over the wall this entire time? Aliens have basically just been cannon fodder for the Stalkers. Roar's going down. We blink on the Medevac. It's going to not die. Wow, I thought he had it. Yeah, the Medevac, this feels very over because that is just a couple extra units that are then not doing anything, and yeah, he gets it anyways. This feels so committed and you get nothing done of it. So that is absolutely brutal as we have Banshee, Siege Tank continue to come through, a couple extra barracks on the way here from Nikar. Liberator will try and poise itself on the bottom side if possible, but not really living, like I say, where we are at. But now our Stalker's going to get back to the high ground. Tank is going to get a couple shots off on some Stalkers. Is going to get cleaned out. Marines are going to begin to go down as well. Banshee tank, Marines continue to come about, depots coming up, and we'll see the Stalkers are going to take a little bit of damage and not be able to get up there just yet. Big push from Nikar. I mean, he pretty much has to commit, right, as the Immortal is left out the front, and we are going to be able to just grab that. Thanks for the freebie, Cristiana. Has made his defense a little tougher there. It's a key unit that could have been used. He's going to blink. He wants to, again, position these Stalkers so he has open space. He's trying to buy time, but this is going to involve the Stalkers kind of getting chased away heavily. If they blink to the low ground, like, yes, you can intercept some units, but there's already a siege tank here that got past you, so you're going to have 3 tanks sieging your base. Now you have to attack into those. I think he's just going to send it. He's just going to commit. He's going to get rid of one tank extremely slowly. The other tank didn't siege straight away either. As Nikar is now going to break into this natural. Probes have to pull away from the mineral line already because of the Liberator's immediate effect. Banshee's just swinging, and we are going to see an army coming from that right-hand side. Can these Stalkers do enough? Can they commit onto this as Cristiana is going to break forward with the Zealots? Marines will be going through. The Zealots keep on dropping. The Banshees do clean up a little bit. Cristiana have enough. I mean, 2 Banshees and a tank are the tech units right now. Reinforcements are coming, but they're not here yet. They're just about to arrive. Can we get those connected up? It doesn't seem like it, honestly, as we blink in. We're going to kill the siege tank as well. Costs you 1 Stalker. That's worth it. It's absolutely huge. GG's. Cristiana going to have too much, and that is going to be a cleanup. And that is going to be Cristiana taking game 3 of the series. Alright, so Cristiana takes the best of 3 and moves into the finals. He will play Geralt or Forimi, which we'll be heading into next. We'll get our... Well, the lobby's already set up for this, so we'll get that going. Gonna be going to Amygdala here. Got that ready to start. Do. JLHF gets called. Our second series of the semi-finals gets going right now. In the bottom left side for Jumi is our green Protoss, taking on the blue Protoss in the top right. Geralt, we get this underway. Two gates coming up, a simulator coming through, probes in production here as we get set. A little chrono boost on the Nexus, and a simulator coming about. We get settled in, the probe moves forward and checks up this high ground. Just a little spot to see what's going on. Take a few moments, maybe having ourselves the Cybercore coming through as well. Just, you know, a couple of probes moving about, getting moved around here and there for a couple of moments. This guy's having some fun as the probe alley goes down, but we do get the pylon block coming into place. Ourselves a couple more shots going through, a few more hits going around. And the Wargate coming up from both sides. Nexus still continue to come about. Just gonna nibble on some rocks, so Jimmy already opening the opportunity of a gold base for a little bit deeper in the game right now. Continue to nibble, rocks will take some damage. And yeah, Twilight Council and Nexus continue to come through. Wargate will build on both sides. Heading around the right, Jumi. Gonna be the first to apply a little bit of pressure right here. Nexus is building on the natural, Darkshrine coming up. See how a couple of force fields still coming down. Gonna drop those all into place right now. See ourselves a little bit of back and forth. 4 probes dropping. Not bad for Jumi to get a few workers here already. Seems decent. We have the few stalkers going to hop through. They're going to come and try. See what else is going on. Pros going down. We have got DTs though coming through, and that's going to be dangerous for Fujimi in a scenario where he currently has a Robo, but no Observer. Okay, Observer's actually on the way. Pops. Stalkers are there. The DTs get turned around. Instant recall. That will save both the Dark Temple here, so that's going to be a save. That's going to be a nice shutdown. Forge in the Gateway coming about for Fujimi as well. The Nexus still coming through. 2 extra gates and an Archon getting built up right now. Stalkers get to the south. A couple Stalkers there get turned around immediately as well. Dribbling straight across, a few of those Stalkers going down. We are going to see the Archon showing up as well. Going to push those Stalkers back a little further. We go back and forth. +1 attack upgrade coming through on the Forges. We've got 52 to 40 workers in this game. So Fujumi's in a great spot. Just needs to keep Geralt back, which so far he's doing. I mean, he did good damage. He denied the DAT attack. Now he's going to kill off the Archon here. And as we just play the blinking game, it's going to look very comfortable for Fujimi as Geralt does get a good blink forward there to grab one more kill. Stalkers will fight Observer overhead. Maybe see now Stalkers are still coming through. So Stalkers continue to press forward. Closeout's going to pop out. The probes are going to be there. Again, charging +1 will also make themselves known right now as Stalkers will get a few more shots off. Geralt is looking good numbers-wise. We have to pull a few probes realistically to defend right now as Fujimi does go to push that back. We do see those probes getting across there. The Stalkers are still firing. Shots going through. Observer still chilling out overhead as well, so we do bring that into play. Here we go. So this Nexus kill, which is going to be huge for Geralt because he's down a base, so he had to get this kill realistically. Killed 11 probes in the process. Now he's down on workers, but that doesn't matter so much because it's equal bases for the moment at least. So that kind of helps. Units gathering, we'll just go for a little bit of a step through. Geralt still keeping position on the map. Doing what we can for the moment. Continue to trade, continue to fight. See those odds going to get around to the Nexus there as well. Just going to be able to start jumping on those. Nexus will actually end up cancelled, so that is going to be taken out here already. The dog is still coming over. Stalker warps in. Dark Shrine is coming up. Just going to be seeing a couple more shots coming through still from these Immortals. Stalkers have to turn the other direction. Still stepping around. Our Stalkers and Immortals looking at this. We do have our +2 attack and our Prism coming through. A couple of gates coming online. Stalker's going to get a grab right there. Again, Robo Facility and Gateway is still coming up. And Geralt now moving into 4 bases of his own. Slowly crafting himself an advantage here in this game 1. It was a tough start for the game for him as well. Uh-oh, Stalker's gonna see the Prism, jump on it, get it! Oh my god. Well, yeah, that happened. We've seen the DT swiping through. That base will go down. I mean, that's just the fault of Geralt. He could have absolutely had that Prism, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Stalker's going to open up a set of rocks here, so knock those down, get access to your own gold base. If Geralt feels comfortable, maybe that can just be his fourth, especially if he keeps holding the map control, which he's had coming through. He's about. Let's see our Stalkers, our Archons, our Immortals going to fire a few shots. Robo Vein, Robo Facility coming online as well. Back down this, you're just going to see those gateways taking some shots. Sorry, that rock taking some shots. Opening up this space so you can get through towards what is then going to be the gateway wall off. of Geralt on that basis. For Jumi has got the army spy. I tell you what, Jumi also has a massive upgrade lead as well, which will be huge, most likely. Open up some more rocks again, in we go. Yeah, Jimmy trying to take advantage of his supply advantage. Currently is in place. Because Zealot's trying to take some positions, going to start fighting, just going to blink down the bottom side. Disruptor shot up top, going to hit a couple of Archons. Geralt's supply is just plummeting. Man, for a lot of this game, feels though Geralt was, yeah, he obviously got behind early. But I really felt as though he stepped back into the game in a big way. Seeing that mortal stalk before, still pressing through. Another disruptor shot tries to land, doesn't do too much. Supply lead right now from Fujumi. Looks as though he is going to get the opening game. It's been a fun little tournament so far because we've had a couple of these games kind of go in the way of what I would call the underdog. It's going to be one of them as well. Throw's going down for Geralt. I mean, again, his position is not great. We just need an observer here. These DTs dying. Geralt might decide to GG. Geralt is one of the longest stayers in games in the scene, honestly. So, he'll stay until he's absolutely sure that this is done. Gets called, and Jumi is going to take the first game of this best of 3. Alright, so if Jumi takes the opening game, itchy eye today. Amazing. Alright. So if Jumi takes the first game, I'll get game 2 here in just a second and see what we get. To get ready to start this off. King's Cove gonna be the map. Ooh, big one. Be cool. Could be cool. In the bottom right, it is going to be our blue Protoss play, who we kind of probably expect to be a bit of a favorite here, but is now down a game. It is Geralt. He has taken on for Jumi in the top left, who has taken the 1-0 lead of this best of 3 semi-final. Away we go. So we get into game 2. Similar's coming up, Gateway's coming around. Probe going around again. We get settled up. A couple of moments here. Gates going through. Cybercore coming online. Probe's coming up as well. Let's just have ourselves a little bit of a run through into the main base. Probe spotting to see what's going on. Couple of stalkers on the way out here from Geralt, from Forimi. Geralt going to opt for the Adepts instead, so that's going to be our difference between the two right now. Those dogs will just ping away, trying to unblock the blocked up position. Depths in the corner, gonna go shade around. Trying to see a little bit of what's up. Depths gathering. Stalker, Sentry, Warp Gate, all coming through. We'll get up into the center. So yeah, nice little grab. Just gonna get a pick off there. Good connection. Sentry's just going to be there. Depth goes down already. So yeah, Sentry's coming through. The Adept's going to get chased. The Stalker's also getting chased around a little bit. Darkshine, Twilight Council, Nexus all building up. Well, Geralt going to throw the third base down as Blink will start from Jumi, so it's going to blink at the next couple of moments. So the center is going to move back and forth a little bit. And Stalker's Sentry is going to step through down the left-hand side. Hallucination is going to come flying through, and do you have our Stalkers now Sentry setting up a couple of hallucinations as Jumi will try and tank with those. It's going to do the job. Both of the hallucinated Stalkers are the first ones to take hits, so that actually absorbs 2 full Stalker volleys. Guardian Shield helps, and the Force Fields were brilliant as well. Great spellcasting from Fujumi, and he puts himself in a good little spot, and at the same time shows up with a Depths on the natural. No choice here but to try and do something. We recall this main army. 5 probes going down. Yeah, no choice but to pull the probes against this as the Adepts will finally get caught, but 8 workers going down. Nice attack from Fujumi. Starts off well. Stalkers go up the right side again, charge and +1 coming through. The gates and the rope slowly coming up. See our hallucination flying over once more. Just going to take position. And you have our couple of stalkers going to blink about. Step up for a couple moments. We have ourselves the Immortal about to finish up. We do have ourselves +2 in the charge coming through. Forimi once again has opened up that lead for himself. It was a good attack early on. Zealot Stalker, Mortal Sentries making their way up. And get straight across the top side, so away we go. A lot of units from Geralt, but it's a lot of gateway, right? You know, yeah, he's got an Immortal. He's about to finish his Dark Shrine, which I guess will help him with the Archons as well, but definitely not an ideal position as a few more warp-ins come straight through. Geralt makes this big diving push into the main base. The problem is he's going to be stranded here. I guess he's going to try and get a recall off. He's going to cost him a lot of units, and what's he done? Deep Power 4 gateways. It's nice, but like I say, it's going to cost you so many units. The Blink recall on the Stalkers, sure, but you're down like so much army supply from this. Do not love that play. You lose a few probes on the other side at the same time, which is not ideal. This Observer actually gets to live as well. Coming from Forimi now comes through the center of the map up a game and in a position here where it looks pretty likely he could get a 2-0. Head to the finals. A few more warp-ins come through. It is a very defendable map, King's Cove, so we'll see if he does find the attack he needs here. Reworkers going down. Probe is getting picked away at. We're just going to be having ourselves again the cannon and the battery continuing to come through as well. And Forimi at the very least, I think, yeah, this base here should be something you can get to. The Archons of Geralt are stuck as well, so he's not clearing through any of the Zealots initially. Pretty painful. Now it's going to be a little bit of an Archon on Archon fight, but with so much more support from Jumi in better positions, the Concave is really good for him. It is going a long way to helping him at this point in time as we sit about in this ramp. But an Observer goes down and the probe is going to fall. I mean, there's already 7 workers going down. Like I said, I think the base drops, and if you lose the base, position in this game gets pretty rough as we are going to re-engage through here. It's an Archon for an Archon. Like I say, the Nexus will fall sooner rather than later as we just have more Zelds showing up from Forimi. Geralt can't seemingly afford those right now, down 40 army supply in this game. And like I say, it's only getting worse as he loses structures. Just going to charge up this ramp. Again, we go back and forth a little further. Just the Stalkers continue to settle down. Again, Zealots and Mortals are so gathering up as well. Ourselves a little bit of an attack through. The couple of Zealots are going down. The Archons are going to move across. One trading. There goes another Warp Gate. As you can see, those Zealots trying to charge on through here immediately. The Immortals, the Stalkers. Trying to fight a little bit. Again, our units of Forimi. We need to step on up and just have ourselves Forimi basically running in to close this out. No fear, and he shouldn't have any. GG, says Geralt. Forimi gets to the finals today of this Open, and will be going up against Cristiana for the best of 5 to determine who comes out on top. Perfect. So Cristiana, Forimi. Pretty cool run from Forimi. Percival, Shameless, Geralt. There's some decent names in there for a couple of this size, so yeah, actually pretty cool. As Cristiana will fight. Cristiana's actually dropped a map against HARSTEM, against Nikar, but he did win both. See how it goes going into this grand final in just a few. We'll get some videos done, guys. We'll come back. More StarCraft coming up. We'll be back in just a few moments. Alright, welcome back. Finals time. Best of 5 starting up on ley lines for Forimi and Cristiana in the lobby. Should be able to get this going. Countdown starts. I'm going to get this underway. So, a little bit more PvP. Best of 5 coming through. To wrap up this SC2 Online Community Open. See you guys hanging around and watching some games of StarCraft with us today. Pretty chill day. Tomorrow we're going to play catch up on those Lima League matches, by the way. So the Lima League finals have been going on. So you can tune in tomorrow. We'll be starting to cover that. I think we're going to split into 2 days still, Thursday and Saturday. So yeah, I think that is the current plan of action. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's get this one underway. Let's see what is going to happen as we have in the bottom left-hand side for Jumi, our green Protoss player. Takes on in the upper right side Cristiana, the red Protoss. Just get set up. A little chrono boost going to come through for a few moments. Get this settled into play. And that gate's coming about. Probes coming through. Cybercore coming in. Pylons will build. And our probe will journey for the moment. Probe wandering again, Stalkers. Sentry actually on the way from Cristiana as well. Going to be where we're going for the moment. It's just getting set up along here. Probes chasing probes. Stalkers coming through the warp gate building. Probe moves about. It's going to journey across for a little bit, get a bit of a move along. And Stalker Sentry coming around for the moment. There's a couple of force fields drop. It actually grabs a Stalker, so nice little grab there from Cristiana. Job well done. This station and pop just going to be seeing the robot facility in the next continue to come about. You've seen units going to get through, the rocks will go down. So Stalker's going to move about. Next is coming about on the third base, so we get that ready to go. We'll have our blink and our probes coming up the Nexus, and so continue to come through as well. Focus on sentries getting across to the top side. Still got that blink coming up here currently. And you're going to have a little bit of a push. We saw a push like this in the last game, and He's able to do a lot. This time he's going to be hitting the third base, though. There's a couple of reinforcements come over. He gets the force fields. So Fujimi will be able to take down a whole bunch of those sentries to begin with. The sentries are going to drop. Stalkers have to step back for a moment, and it's a really nice trade. Fujimi already opening up a little bit of an advantage. Now, Adepts of Cristiana are going to come in at the same time. That's going to make life a little bit more difficult here. Portal going to get there. Stalker goes down. Have you seen another little warping coming through? The blink in the gates, the probes as well coming through as well. Stalkers are still stepping forward. The Immortal goes down. The Stalker's still taking damage. Have ourselves a push continuing through. As with the Immortal out, that should kind of stop Fujimi in his tracks. Not much more to really be done in that situation. Five probes going down as the Adepts get through again, and these Adepts definitely causing chaos right now, so... 8 probes killed, 9 probes killed. Cristiana going to take a serious lead. And 10 probes going through again. Twilight Council Forge continue to come about here. June's going to try and get on the map again. +1 charge current on the way through for him, so he's getting that brought into play as well. Quite nice because he's going to start depowering some gates. He will be able to get some workers, and he's killing probes elsewhere too. So this is actually really nice. 8 workers going down. All that work Cristiana did with those Adepts has been undone in a few moments here. Is Adepts on their third base. They are shading. We're going to recall the Stalkers out of the main. Adepts shade across and they get toward the natural, where if they sync up with some shots, they will start to get even more workers. And Fujimi actually going to take a worker lead off the back of this. 48 to 46. I was looking at the army supply. I was like 20. Nope, I knew that was not it straight away. Well, we actually have ourselves more units coming across the map here, so it's going to be Jimmy still looking to apply some further pressure then. So Zealot's going to come warping through. Stalkers coming straight over. Actually going to get a little wraparound on this. How effective can these Immortals be? The Immortals, obviously, if they hit Zealots, do not do as much. A new Immortal coming down from the main from Cristiana in the next few moments. Once again, Forimi losing workers across the map. One Immortal down already. We have got ourselves a blink forwards. We're going to get rid of this next Immortal that tries to target fire. No, it just spins around silly. I think Cristiana's going to die. Forimi having the +1 upgrade helping him as well. Putting him in a nice little spot right here. Wow. Just continue through. Just going to see the Stalkers and the Zealots continuing about. This is going to be a dead Nexus, and obviously Fujimi is going to just be straight up a base from this then, and right now still up an army supply. Might even just be able to attack into the natural. So we'll get the pile on the top. Gonna be able to grab that already. Army gathers. Again, +2 attack coming up on both sides. Five probes going down. We've seen, I mean, this has been a game of really trading our workers a couple of times. That's Archons, the Immortal coming over. Those Zealots are going to get chased on out of there. Forimi is only, is actually down a couple of workers, but obviously upper base is huge. Right now, he doesn't need to do too much, because if his opponent doesn't have a third base, this is very much so on Cristiana to be the one to do something, and you expect Cristiana to be coming across the map shortly. Forimi currently with the upgrade lead, but Cristiana will probably hit when he gets his own +2 at least. So it's going to shoot some rocks going down. Again, the +2 attack coming through. The High Templars are building. High Templar building on the side. Make it 2 High Templars building on the side of Forimi is pull back a step or 2. Unit's going to try and get up this ramp. As you can see, those Zealots coming straight forwards. Archons. That's a lot of Archons from Cristiana. I like that. Lose the Prism though, and he's just not going to have the Zealots. He needs to see us through, and it is going to be Jumi to take the opening game. I felt like with all those Archons, there's almost a chance to just eat through the Zealots fast enough and then get straight through onto everything else, but GG's. Game number 1 goes the way of Forimi, which is exciting. I would have also put Forimi as a little underdog coming into this. What's Forimi and Cristiana's recent records against each other? Let's have a peek. Wow, Forimi's actually been getting the better of Cristiana this year. 1-0, 2-1, 1-0. Wow. I mean, Cristiana generally has the record against Forimi, 43-11 in matches, 86-28 in maps. Yeah, Forimi has met their last 3 meetings, and 2 of those were in January. 2 of those was on the same day. He essentially went 3-1 against Cristiana across a best of 3 and a best of 1. Well, we'll see. Forimi definitely upping the game a little bit. Alright, so Cristiana top right, Forimi in the bottom left. Sorry, just replying to our admin for the day quickly. Probes growing and boosting into this assimilator. And a couple of gates coming up on either side, probes going through. It's going to be seen on probe coming around again. Stargate coming through, probe coming about here. Stalker Sentry. Orchid all continue to come on through for a couple of moments. Tiny probe coming about. It's going to be seeing the Oracle and the Warp Gate coming through. The Nexus coming through as well. The Stalker also coming online. It's going to be seeing the probe going down the right side. Again, Nexus coming through, centering the Warp Gate coming up. And Nexus coming on both sides. Just going to get ourselves this continuation. The Adept continues to shade across. Cristiana is going to have the Oracle coming over as part of his early game plan. That would be one of the moments to kind of look at here, right? There's going to be Oracles versus someone who's just going directly into Twilight Council this time, so definitely makes this a little intriguing. Oracle's moving about. Again, Nexus going through. Twilight Council going to be coming up on the side of Cristiana as well. Stalk in the center is just going to be there. Adept in the natural going to get pushed back already. Stalk a step through and we will see those Oracles going the other way. Track of them Oracles, keep an eye on what's going on. Gonna be seeing the Oracles chilling. Obviously, Blink will be there faster from Vajumi. If you can use it or not is going to be the question. Obviously, you got those Oracles, and they are going to be extremely useful throughout the game for stasis wards and more. Just got that Nexus going through. Have you seen the Stalkers coming about? Hallucination going to go down overhead. See that going to get grabbed for a few moments here. Stalkers will keep on fighting. We will see our Nexus still coming through as well. Stalk again warped in, a couple of batteries come through, Oracle's going to activate. It's going to be a fight that continues to come on through. There's a lot of Stalks taking a lot of hit, Oracle's going to be there as well. It's coming across again, 4 pros going down. Pros going to keep on trying to trade. Just going to be seeing our Nexus coming through, a couple probes coming about. So it's going to chase. It's going to be having a push back and forth. 3 probes going down on either side. It's going to be seeing our Nexus, our charge continue to come through. The Forge coming up. And our Stalker's going to keep on trying to trade for a little bit. We continue to go back and forth here. Five probes going down again. Our Stalker's going to look at each other. Geralt still getting warped in. Charging +1 coming about as well. Charges coming up. +1 attacks coming through. So as we continue to trade for just a little while, our next is going to take a few more shots of damage. We are going to be seeing our Zealots. It's going to be not enough, and that is going to be GG's. Cristiana takes a game 2, and we get tied 1-1. So we are tied up. Cristiana's pressure is going to be good, and we are going to be able to take this down. Game number 3 coming up in a few moments' time as we'll get this settled in just a few moments. Alright, we're going to be going into game 3 all tied up here. Cabret, thanks so much for the 50-month resub on the Prime. Get it, dude. Hope you're doing well. Ghostface321, thank you so much for the 47-month resub on the Prime as well. Thank you so much. Ready to go into Abyssal Reef. That's game number 3. Cristiana says down. Alright, we're going to have a moment here, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to do a random draw for all the competitors that took part today, all 15 players, and we are going to figure out who gets the $10 bonus participation prize. We had 15 sign-ups: Milky Cow, Chance, Shameless, Letale X, Jumi, Percival, Nikar, Baymarine, Hydra, Demi, Cristiana, Rodzin, Lunacy, HARSTEM, Geralt. We're going to click randomize. Whoever's on the top of the list on the randomization is going to win the $10 bonus prize. Good luck. And congrats to Letale X. There you go. GG's. Well done. You got yourself $10. Look at this HARSTEM guy. Can only roll 5th. Unbelievable. Alright, congrats. And thanks OSC for, as always, promoting participation. Because anyone that participated could have won a little bit of cash today. Always love that. As we have got in the top left-hand side, our green Protoss player Forimi losing his lead and now getting tied up 1-1. Bottom right, our red Protoss is Cristiana. Trying to boost the probes out, getting that underway. Do. It's a really fun map. Gonna be seeing our gates aside, but cool. Continue to come through for the moment and get settled down. Second gate will come through again. That cybercore coming to bow panel and will be building. Just take a moment to here. Stalker Sentry going to be on the way up from Forimi. Cristiana going to get an Adept and a Stalker in production. Sentry just going to fly. Pylon will be going down, so we free up the natural to expand to. Here's a Stargate again from Cristiana. Going to go back to what worked for him in a game 2. Twilight Council building up on the side of Forimi, so getting that up on both sides here and get this rolling. Adept's still coming around. Twilight Council and Nexus coming out and bow as well. Nexus and the Oracle coming into play. Adept just chilling out the front, keeping an eye on things for a couple of moments. Get settled down here as the blink comes online, the warp gate comes through. Gets in. Probe's already having a run. See the couple of probes going down. We continue to chase for a little bit. Oh, coming about probe, taking some shots. And the blink halfway done, so we will see Cristiana playing the catch up on blink. Jimmy not able to get out on the map just yet. Flies overhead, a couple of stasis wards obviously set up, so nice to have those oracles, they help you out so much. Stokes get across, get a little grab. Oracle coming up the left-hand side again, a couple of gates. The Nexus all continue to come through. Step's gonna shade, gonna get across already. It's a nice stasis, like I said. It's the value of having the stasis wards, they can do so much. Step gets in, 6 probes go down. That's kind of the story of the first game as well. Just a lot of probes going down back and forth a lot. Coming back, a couple more stalkers getting warped in. Have ourselves the stalkers continue to come around, and obviously Forimi just resets himself. I think I got a Dark Shrine on the way, which I like. Could be pretty darn cool. Be something that goes well for him. As Cristiana tries to take position, Forimi's going to try and take advantage of that, coming straight back over. We'll just have our oracles diving in. They're going to go after a few of the probes. Get those down for a couple of moments as we have. The oracles activating. Couple probes get chased away. The stalkers coming through. Those oracles do get pushed back. And again, charge, prism, dark shrine. Continue to come across. I'm excited to see what the Dark Shrine can do. I think it's got a lot of potential, though. Cannons coming up in each mineral line might stop that. There's a few zealots, a few DTs all coming through. The prism just going to sit there. We're going to have our road facility and gateways continue to come about. A couple of pylons with the +2 attack coming over. So those stalkers of Cristiana coming over the left side. The prism going to go out around the bottom. Stalker's going to shoot, Nexus is going to get killed off actually. 5 probes, 7 probes going down, so continue to chase that. Couple of units warping in up on the high ground. TTs is going to get cleaned up. 7 workers, we're getting some structures as well. I mean, TTs are causing trouble to be fair. They are doing a fair amount as we go up to 4 bases each. Cristiana still on the supply lead though. Those recalls will go off in the corner. That works out. And units gather on the right-hand side. Focus moving up the left again, getting in position already. You step up, Hanging Guardian Shield active already, and we'll have units of Cristiana up. A lot of supply. If he wants to just commit into this, I don't think we disagree necessarily. There's no Zealot from Forimi, so he has no front line to this army. So while he has a couple of the tech units, I think the Zealots are actually just going to do a lot of that, especially because it's not that many tech units. And a couple of tech units that were here are already being taken down. You're just going to slice a couple of stasis walls will come down. They're done with the Revelation for the DT, but the stasis will catch the DT instead. That Archon's very close to going down as well. We will get that with this step forward. And Cristiana still holding the lead at the moment, is looking very good. Pressing straight through, the couple of mortals still coming about. Will fight, a couple of shots back and forth. And Cristiana is maxed out now as our other units come across. +3 attack about halfway done. Gonna try and step a bit further forward again. Again, Zealot Stalker continues to just chase up. There's a lot of Stalkers still going down on Nexus. Maybe taking some fire, a couple more units dropping. The Zealot's getting cleaned out again. RoboBay continues to produce at the moment. The position is holding Cristiana off a little bit, but the reality is that his numbers are just there, right? Like, the worker count is there, the base count is there. There's no harass on the other side of the map to slow him down, and so he will just continue to work his way through this position. And at some point, Shumi's gonna break. Like, a little upgrade advantage right now, not gonna do too much. As you can see, our Nexus is gonna take a few more shots. It's gonna go down. Blink forward, a couple of batteries get picked, Pylon gets killed. So it's going to continue through, a couple of Zealots will continue to drop, and just going to be seeing again a couple of Disruptors coming back over. If we actually do blink through, those Disruptors are going to die. And that was kind of the one maybe way back in you get as Jumi if you get some good Disruptor shots, but they didn't come soon enough to start firing early enough to give you enough chances at it, basically, right? If there's Disruptor shots going off when you're kind of getting broken like that is never really probably going to do it. GG's. And Cristiana takes a 2-1 lead in the best of 5. Cross line coming through. Ourselves ready to go here. Bottom left hand side, we're going to see down a game. However, Green Protoss, can he bring it back? It's for Jumi. It's going to a little bit. I feel like the last couple of builds have not been great from the Oracle's actually doing a lot. So right, red Protoss is Cristiana. Trying to boost in the probes. Get sold here. As you see, 2 gateways versus 2 gateways, which is obviously very nice. Kind of expected. Drop a pylon down on the bottom side here. Jumi gets that into place already. Have that cyber core continue to come into play. See our probe coming back onto the low ground. We go back and forth. Stalker, Warp Gate coming about. Phoenix going to make its way across as well. Destination hanging out overhead. We just have ourselves the Nexus coming in on both sides. Stalker Sentry continue to come up. Get underway as best as possible for the moment as we just have a couple Stalkers pinging away. Nexus will take some damage. Always get turned for the moment. Nice force field to dead Stalker. Stalkers and sentries heading down the bottom left side. Closest coming in, Cristiana kind of doing something that Jumi has done a lot today, which is kind of taking this aggressive Stalker Sentry attack across the map. And it's working for Cristiana right now. He gets himself a Sentry. I thought he was going to get that Stalker too. He steps away, but the battery's out of energy at least, so we can finish off that Stalker, and sheer power right now will allow him to keep coming forward. Turn around for a probe, or maybe even two. He's up by a single Stalker and a single Sentry. It's a good amount of damage difference as the probes have to pull again. This has lost mining time throughout this. Cristiana will start up Blink, where Fujimi decides Dark Shrine from the very beginning is going to be his way toward victory for a Game 4 in trying to tie this series up. Almost always getting hit down. 4 probes have fallen. Dark Shrine about halfway done. A couple of depths working down. The Dark Shrine comes up. A couple more depths and the Blink coming through as well. Stalkers will step through that panel. Going to take a little bit of damage here. We'll have ourselves a probe picking away at a panel on the bottom right. Blink coming up on both sides as we get settled. Steps come across. A couple of probes go down. Sentry gather up. We are going to be seeing Cristiana continue to come over to the far left-hand side. He's come in. This is where the problem is going to be. Observers on the way up. I'm going to get rid of a couple of adepts. The ob's about to pop so we can go into the main base, play cleanup on that DT. Let's see if we get the kill on it. Of course, this comes at the cost of, the investment in the DTs, but they've paid for themselves here. Work count drops from Cristiana. And for Jumi, actually a little bit ahead on the third base time as we do see Stalker's going to engage over on this side. There is Cristiana, who initially looks okay. Has to bring the Observer back in because that DT is doing a lot. Didn't have the obs in range for quite a while, but does have it now. The Zealot going to take a little bit of time to get rid of. We're actually blinking forward aggressively from Cristiana. is up 38 to 22 army supply. If the DTs don't buy you any more time, that could be a big issue from here on out. Trying to break up this ramp. You see that Stork's still fighting, the other Stork's taking some damage. This obviously looks very good for Cristiana, who's just up 30 to 10 army supply. And again, if there's nothing across the map that's forcing them to warp in, then these attacks are just going to keep on coming. Just continue to chase through. I mean, you're going to have to pull probes here, but pulling probes, you're equal in worker counts, though. That's not exactly ideal. Stalkers are blinking on top of Stalkers, and again, difficult to see Jumi doing enough right now. Stalkers keep on going, again, getting a lot of damage done. Basically, just killing units as they warp in even is obviously not exactly great, as... yeah, Forimi is still just in trouble. Again, pulling the probes and trying to get a little bit of a catch in this. We're going to get a battery overcharge or energy overcharge onto the battery. The Zealots don't even have charge yet, so they're not exactly at their best still. And that's going to be an issue too as we blink down. GG is called, and Cristiana will close this out 3-1 in the SC2 Online Community Open here today. GG's. Alright guys, that is going to be Cristiana taking the victory, and he's going to take it down today. And he will be your victor. And we will be back tomorrow with... yeah, we're going to be doing the Alima League Winter matches from replays. We're not going to do it all tomorrow, we're just going to do the... we're going to do half tomorrow and half on Saturday is the plan, I think. So yeah, that's going to be what we do tomorrow in terms of StarCraft. Thanks to OSC for having us today. We teamed up to put this one on for $100 each, so thank you so much to OSC for giving us some content today. And yeah, I don't really have much else to add, guys. I'm a little bit low energy today, so sorry. That was probably seen in the casting, but yeah, just a little low energy. But it happens, it's all good. Had some fun games on a little cup, so congrats to Cristiana. Congrats to Jumi. I think he put up a pretty good fight. I think he put up a pretty good showing for himself, so well, that was cool as well. And with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow for some Alima League replays. Alright, perfect. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll just run a set of ads in the outro. Don't mind the StarCraft sounds in the background. I'm just making a thumbnail for YouTube. Or just getting into the replay to get the screenshot. Alright guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more StarCraft 2. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys there. Set of ads. I will host someone up on Twitch when the ads are done.